Hello everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we are making what I call bow wow bites. They're a pumpkin flavored dog treat that I've made for Callie a couple times with pretty simple ingredients. I've already put it in the ingredients in the description or the recipe. So I'm going to get started off the bat. I've got my oven preheating to 350. And I've got my cookie sheets lined with parchment already to go. So first calls for 2.5 cups of flour. This is preferably whole wheat. Well, problem here is Callie has an allergy to grains, so we're avoiding the wheat. So I have some rice flour. I have some gluten-free flour as well if I need more, which is basically rice flour, whole grain, brown rice flour. Then you got potato starch, tapioca starch, that kind of stuff in there. So I'm trying to use up the rice flour I have here. Oh, right. And I have a friend in the basement too, so I'll bring her up. Just me. I was hoping to find before tonight, I hope to find like a dog-friendly kind of shaped cookie cutter, but I didn't get out. And the cookie cutters I have here are much too large, so I'm just going to be doing a circular one. I'm going to either do a plain circle, or I can do a rough kind of ruffled edge. We'll see what I do. I might do a little of each. As soon as my friend comes back into the basement, I will bring her up. So 2.5 cups of flour. You can use all-purpose flour. I guess I'm going to use rice flour, see how it turns out this time, but that way I know rice doesn't bother him, so. There's one. Come on. And 2. This won't poof on me. And probably half, so I can just use this rice flour. Yeah, close enough. Do that, and I'll put that aside because I'm going to need to flour my surface when I roll it out. I'm not using the expensive flour, so get all over me. And bring up my friend there. Hello, Roxanne.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
Hey, Danny.
I'm just going to throw flour all over my lap. And the next dry ingredient is a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Of course, this one doesn't fit in there. Hello, Ocean to Ocean Travel. Welcome in.
Welcome, everybody.
Bruce or Cindy there. Either or both. Getting down to the bare bones of the cinnamon here. Been on the grocery list, but hasn't been picked up yet, so hopefully tomorrow. So I'm going to whisk all the dry, with a fork or a whisk, mix all the dry ingredients together. So it's 2.5 cups of flour. They suggest preferably wheat. I'm using rice because our dog has a grain allergy. And then a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And we're going to mix that up. Kind of a light brown there. And then we're going to set that aside for a moment. Surely making a mess with the flour. That's on the floor.
I bet that's even human grade food.
Well, nothing stopping a person from eating it. It's not like I'm putting dog food or anything in there.
Right.
So then in large mixing bowl, I'm going to blend together peanut butter, eggs, and pumpkin. So I've got My son and his girlfriend last October got this humongous pumpkin, had to be this big around. Somebody gave it to them. They had a farm, brought it in, sat it in the front garden there. So they brought it in, they cut it all up and put it in the gallon Ziploc bags, and my freezer was full of pumpkin. I couldn't put anything else in there. So one day I brought it all out, I thawed it out, and I cooked it all down and put it in. I think it's mostly in the 16-ounce deli containers my son had got. So it's just pure pumpkin puree. And it says in the recipe, pure pumpkin puree, not canned pumpkin pie filling. It has to be the pure pumpkin. Oops. That's making noise. I'm trying to push it down in the. So this is just pure pumpkin puree. If I want to make a pie, I can cook it with all that stuff and make a pie. Or make pumpkin bread or whichever. I'll have to make something because I still got part of a container of pumpkin left.
I like pumpkin roll. The roll like a cake.
I'll have to look and see if there's a recipe I can make that's keto friendly. Let's go move that. I don't want to set the yucky thing down on the yucky cup down on the table. Try to keep it clean because I have to roll out this stuff. And then half a cup of peanut butter. And I'm using this natural only peanuts from Kraft. But it's a natural peanut butter. You want to make sure it's not full of sugars or sweeteners, especially xylitol, because xylitol is toxic to animals. This is pretty runny after I mixed it up not too long ago, so it's literally pouring out.
Wow, you must have got that hot in your house.
Actually, to keep stir and store upside down in refrigerator for best texture. I took it out this morning, and I had forgotten to take the pumpkin out last night. I took it out of the freezer this morning, so it would be thawed. So I've got pumpkin in there. I'll put the peanut butter in there. I think I've used a regular peanut butter too before. I just made sure it didn't have a bunch of additives to it. Oops, I need to keep that one clean. And 2 eggs. Callie's got some treats left that he won from an Instagram contest through a channel I used to follow, but the lady doesn't do videos anymore or vlogs anymore. It was from New Brunswick. The channel was Plus Size in Canada, but the lady Miranda they were getting too many nasty comments and stuff, and they just didn't feel like safe putting themselves or the kids out anymore, so she stopped posting. Vlogs, but she's still got the channel up as far as I know, and she still has her so she did a thing with this dog bites treats from her area, and all you had to do is post a picture of your pet and send it to her Instagram, and then tag this company, and then the company out of the blue just messaged me through Instagram, and it's like, congratulations, and can you send us your address? And I'm like, what's going on? It's like, Is this like free, the contest thing? Because the way they worded it sounded like it was like, hey, welcome to our company. We want you to buy something, but no, it was legit. So Callie got a whole bunch of stuff. I think I showed the bag in that last week. On my
you showed us about 2 or 3 weeks ago her winnings, or a month ago.
But he's down on the last bag here, and I think he's got some down at my son's work, because sometimes he walks down there with him, and he can't have the treats that they have down there, so it's all milk bones, and it's got other stuff in there. Hello, Sherry. Welcome in. So okay. I mixed the peanut butter, eggs, and pumpkin together, and I'm going to add the dry ingredients half at a time and stir it in, and then if it's too dry, then you add water a little bit at a time. So I'm going to mix the dry ingredients in, trying not to get flour everywhere.
National Pet Day.
Well, it was a good choice than I did of doing dog treats. But if I guess in a pinch, if you were starving, you can eat them too. They're a little hard though. This is not going to work with the whisk.
Well, I guess if you wanted them for you would take them out of the oven a minute before.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't cook them as long. You cook these 35 to 40 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. It's better with the spatula here. We got half them mixed in. Do maybe a third, because I don't want to have it go poof everywhere. So I'm still going to roll it out. I've made them twice before. Kelly likes them. So. You're going to have to add some water to it, I think. That's getting pretty stiff, and I haven't even got it all in there. Put my dirty stuff in that bowl. I guess it's not too bad a thing getting the peanut or the flour on the thing, because I have to put some flour down to roll these out anyways. I wish I got the wooden spoon. It's a little stiffer to mix with. It says if it's too dry, then to add water a teaspoon at a time. So I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of water to start with. So I didn't make a note of how much water I've added before.
Sometimes when you add water, it depends on the day. Because it could be drier at your house, so you need more water. It could be wet, you need less water. The humidity.
It's been raining off and on all day, so hopefully I don't have to put too much water in.
It's been raining here too.
Yesterday it was sunny and blue sky, and today it's been overcast and raining off and on. It is 54. It was 40 when I started this morning. Getting better there, getting better. It's kind of coming together a bit. I put a couple more in, mixed a bit, and then use my hands. Sometimes you gotta get in there. Or I'll grab the the wooden spoon. We'll see. Wooden spoon works better, or the hands work better. still got the oomph to mix. Yeah, we'll be get the hands in there. Get a couple more spoonfuls. We're getting in there with the hands. Just like you do with meatballs. Just get it right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get that stuff in the bottom mixed in there. It's a little bit gooey, but not bad. A little bit more in there. Never tried making dog treats before. We got Callie. Oh. Come on. Stick to the stuff in the bottom of the bowl so I can get it mixed in. It's almost there. Smells good. All I can smell is peanut butter and a little bit of the cinnamon. A little bit more. Yeah, there's a message there, but I can't get to my phone right now because my hands are all gucky. That's better. So I'm just gonna move the dirty dishes out of the way. Get my hands off for a second so I can grab other things. Oh, here, duck off my hands. Don't need that. Move that. Move my phone and things I don't need out of the way. So I'm gonna get flour all over. Okay, move that. And hopefully don't get all over the computer. So I put a little bit of my rice flour down on the table. It's just as easy to clean off as the counter would be. Move my water over, move the trays up. Got 2 trays with parchment on it. Hopefully that's enough because that's all the parchment I had. Put a little flour on top. Well, I don't want to put it there because it might end up on my hoodie. If I make more of these, I do need to get an animal-friendly type cookie cutter. Maybe dog bone or dog shape or something that's not too big but not too small. And I tend to not roll these out enough, so I'm going to try rolling them out a little bit more this time. A little thinner.
Well, how thin does the recipe say to cut those?
It doesn't say how to roll them, and I tend to have them too thick, and then they take forever to cook. So I think we'll go with that. I just got my phone from binging here. Clear. All right. Should we just go round or should we'll go ruffled side to it? So this. It's about 1.5 inches maybe in size. We're gonna set that it goes from one smaller than this and it goes up to one that's probably 2.5 to 3 inches. Oops. Come on, you usually stick to the cutter. guess I could have pureed that pumpkin down a little further. It's got little stringies sticking out from it, but he won't care. He likes treats. A little closer together here. Next week, game night. I'm trying to think. Oh, next week. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Test your knowledge. Fifth grade type questions. I don't remember much from fifth grade other than like the teacher. Who'd I have? Trying to remember. I know it's female.
My teacher was Miss Reeves. And I remember she taught us a poem every week, and you had to learn that poem. What it had to do with school, I have no idea. If everybody in fifth grade had to learn poems or not. And she was strict on her etiquette. She said the girls had to cross their legs, and I said, I can't. And she sat there and tried to show me how, and she finally says, nope, you're in the seam and you're so short that they're not going to cross, over the knee. Yeah. So she just said, put your feet together and cross at your ankles.
I think I had Miss Gill. I think Miss Hunt was the other grade 5 teacher. Grade 4, I had Miss Thomas, and she was a strict teacher that nobody liked.
And then go ahead.
I'll say grade 6, I had my absolute favorite teacher was Mr. Smith. But
when I got in the 6th grade, I had Miss Reeves again, and I'm going, wait a minute, I had her last year. Why am I having her again this year? No, I had her sister. They both worked at the same school. Never married either one of them. Now, where's Callie right now? Hiding?
Well, one of the cats at the door in the basement, though. No, I made sure he went outside. He did his business. He's been fed. He should be good for a little bit, at least, hopefully till the live's done, or at least an hour.
Hey, James.
Hello, James. Last night we went out for a walk and talked to the neighbor, and we ended up sitting at the neighbor's house and chatting for a while. My son come up and he's like, he goes, I'm like, where's my dog? And he looked across, the neighbor straight across. It's like, I could see ears. So I knew where he was. Her and I are about close to the same age, and or she's like a younger teen son, though. But no, she's a single mom too, and we just get talking about stuff and feel stuff in common. Her son used to go to the doctor that I worked for, so that's where I knew her from. We just sat and chatted for a while. Seen her before I started my live. I was like, nope, gotta go. I got a live stream to start. Callie decided to go outside. Just before I came in, we were chatting there.
Yeah.
See how many I get out of this, and hopefully I can get them all on the same tray.
Or your camera has cut your head off.
Oh, because I turned the thing down so you guys can see what I was.
Oh, okay.
I guess you can see what I'm doing, get an idea.
Yeah, well, you don't have, you can have it down, but you had it way,
There we go.
way.
You can see me now. Got an idea what I'm doing. So far, that one's got about 20 on it. This one's got 16 so far, and it's still got a bunch to cut out. Might have to stick some on the end with parchment isn't. I'm just trying to figure out what to do and what to, for the cooking thing, and then I was like, when Kelly was running out of those dog treats, it's like, make dog treats. That way it tides them over until we get out shopping and make some more. Got about this much left, so I can hopefully get, if I get 5 more, I can put 1 here and 4 on that tray. And then we'll get them in the oven.
Hey, Orange Cone Vlog.
Hello, Ross. How are you? Just making some dog treats here. There. The recipe is in the description. We got peanut butter and pumpkin, some flour and eggs. All good stuff in there. The smell's making me hungry, but it smells like peanut butter cookies. Which they kind of are, peanut butter cookie. For dogs. But humans, if they had to, if you were desperate and didn't have any snacks with you, or you ran out and you had dog treats, you could certainly eat one. You might break your teeth on because these are cooked, so they're pretty hard. Probably soften it up in some milk or some tea. I'm just trying to get the rest of them on so I can get it in, cleaned up, and then we can chat. I'll say, like, next week is going to be game night. It will be, are you smarter than a 5th grader? And then the week after that, the 25th, is Anzac Day in Australia. So it's going to be an Australian-based quiz that night. Let's see how well you know your Aussie lingo. And then the following week, we're back to countdown to cruising. I can't remember which one that is. I've got 2 topics already picked out. Yeah, we're doing pretty good because for the next 2 weeks, are you smarter than a 5th grader? And the Aussie lingo ones, I already got the questions already written out, so it'll be good for those nights. Trying to squish all these in. Maybe enough left for 2 or 3. Maybe 2. I'll cut one and then I'll just make a hand do the other one. Or not. Maybe the last one. One there. And so flatten this one out. Then they go in the oven at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes until they're, what does it say? Beginning to brown. All right. So let's put the timer on for 35. Nope, 35. Come on. All right. Move my mess out of the way.
Oh, Nick. Welcome.
Nick P. Hello. Nick P will be coming to Canada in just about a month, I think. I know I'll be seeing it. All goes well, I'll be seeing him in about a month. I'm just gotta clean all the flour off here without getting it all over and all over myself. Apparently I cleaned up the floor of my socks.
Hey, Sharon.
Got most of it here. So I can do the dishes later. There we go. There we go. That's in the oven. Mess cleaned up. Now I can move this over here and we can chat. Hello, Carnival Cruise Addicts. And hello, Sharon, Cruising Scene. I'm just going to stop my camera so I can move the camera over on my computer. And hopefully it doesn't screw up and kick me out. I hate when it does that. At least I got Roxy in here. It's easy to come back.
Yeah, you'll be there. You'll come back.
Yeah. So I got it screwed onto a tripod behind my computer so that I could tip the things to let you guys see what I was doing.
Well, if we're on Messenger, Messenger's been messing up for a lot of people. It tells you need to download Messenger, and I'm already downloaded Messenger. So there must be an update with Messenger.
I had to do an update on my computer. I'll come up yesterday, but I didn't do it till this morning, and it took forever to update. There's stuff under it. Yuck. Got your dough under my fingernail now. It felt disgusting. Oh, I put it on there. Okay. Tripod's done. All right. So transfer dough to lightly floured surface, rolled it out, made it into shapes. Bake until hard and beginning to brown, 35 to 40 minutes. And then cool on a rack before serving. I'm surprised he hasn't come out here sniffing for it. Roxy is better than having me if you go. You were fine, Sharon. You kept it going. I know it was unexpected. One night I had Sharon up here and went to do something, knocked myself out. I think Busby and I forget who else was in the chat. Kept her talking for a couple minutes, and I got back in. And earlier before the update, my mouse wasn't working properly either. I could move it around, but I couldn't click it on anything. Click on anything, it did nothing. So. See? Chris and Liz remember that night. You did awesome. We're all friends in here. What am I making? I made dog treats. Or I called it Bow Wow Bites in the thing. They're pumpkin, peanut butter, flour, eggs, a little bit of cinnamon, and water is needed to make it into a dough. Move that. ingredients I need to put away. Callie's running low on his dog treats that he won, so I'll make some until we get out to the grocery store to get some, or until they get out to get some. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I was gonna go to one place, but I can't get my aunt's car because she's sick, so I'm just gonna take the bus and then go over to the one other dollar store and need to pick up a few things for around here. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get the dough out of my nails. Trying to get things planned out. Trying to keep planned on my keto journey. So today was another weigh-in day. Another pound. So we're down 19 in 10 weeks.
That's good. Yay.
Starting to tell.
I can tell.
Starting to tell, but it's. What was I? No, the only thing probably is going to be a problem is I might have to buy new clothes for the cruise if I keep going. Actually, I got a pair of shorts that I had from. My mom and I had matching ones. Well, hers were polka dot and mine have stripes on one side. They're reversible. Stripes on one side and floral pattern on the other. And last time I tried them on, I was like this far from getting them done up. So it was like, that'd be nice to be able to wear those shorts. Yeah, and I was frustrated near the beginning because apparently there's such thing as a keto rash. And I never had a problem before, but I don't know if you can see a little discoloration there, but it's settled down. There's just a little discoloration. It's slowly going away. Then I had a flare up of eczema here, and I just covered that up so I'm not scratching that. And my other eczema on my ankles is about gone too, so it's like
I've never heard of the keto rash.
I never heard of it either, but I just looked up keto. I looked up a rash, and then I was like, for some reason, I went rash plus keto, and it was like, oh, there is such a thing. Never had that problem before.
I heard of keto flu.
And I really didn't experience that either time that I started. This has been more annoying than anything because it was itchy and that, but it's just about gone. It's just discoloration on that arm, but yeah, I never heard of it before. But the option was like, how does it to get rid of it? Stop the diet. Oh, heck no. I had already lost a fair amount at that point. I'm not quitting. I was tried different creams on it, and if it was getting too itchy, I covered it up. And it's about, I'd say, 80% gone. So I kind of was talking to my son the other day. It's like, at some part, I might add a couple other carbs back in. More than likely, one would be rice, but just maybe once or twice a week. But I would like to get the carb bread, but I'm not paying $8 to $10 for a loaf of bread. So if I find it somewhere cheaper, then I will maybe get some carb bread and keep it in the freezer. But because there are times I would like to have a tuna sandwich because I have cans of tuna here. Or I'd like to make some egg salad, have an egg salad sandwich. Oh, thank you. It's getting due to be cut again in about 3 weeks. 3 weeks from tomorrow, I have an appointment. Just because I notice the color is growing out and I'm getting a little gray in there, and it's like I'm not going to color it before I get it cut. So I'm going to get it cut on the 3rd. Color it, and then it'll be New style, new color to go to Toronto to meet Nick. Like I want to do this before I go to Toronto. Yeah, I thought mixing that with my hands was a good idea. And I got dough everywhere. Yeah, I don't mind the color. I don't even remember what I got the last time because the normal stuff I get, I usually buy at Walmart cheaper, and I have that the one drugstore. It's called Shoppers here. It's like a CVS or what's the other one you guys have? Walgreens. Something like that. It's got it's got your drugstore plus other stuff there. And it was like they wanted $18, $19 for the hair color that I was getting for $11, $12, $13 at Walmart. I was like, oh heck no. And I looked around and there was a similar color in a different brand that was, I think I paid along $9 for it. So it's like, works for me as long as kind of an auburn stuff. I always had like a reddish cast in my hair, so. But it's getting to the point. I see the parts where it starts to poke, and it's like, nope. I don't like doing a live stream or something, and then watch it back later, and all of a sudden I see, oh, I've got a ducktail sticking out the back. Yeah, I do watch my live back. Let's see, did I do okay on that? Whatever. So then I'll notice I did one. No, I didn't do a live. I did a video, and I never did post it. Planting my tomato plants that my friend gave me last year. And when I turned, I had this great big thing poking out the back. I was like, nope. I see you waving. Don't stick your tongue out at me. I'll leave you in the basement.
Hello.
Oh, Stevie, pop rocks scare me to death.
Who do you think wrote that one?
The lady that was just at the dentist?
Yeah.
Pop rocks aren't good for your teeth.
No, they are not. My dentist told me I have a prescription to never eat them again. So I've been doctored not to eat them again. So neener.
Well, the doctor didn't say you couldn't dress up like one.
You're lucky you're live.
You know what would be funny as a pop rock?
And how do I pop? I can only imagine what you ladies have in mind for me. And I fear it means eating a can of beans.
When we were on the cruise before, there was 2 or 3 ladies, and they had like the tooling type material. They almost looked like they were dressed as great big scrunchies. Tooling material. It's like, that could be a pop rock exploding. We don't let Steve blow his top or whatever.
No.
I'm gonna pop.
That might be okay now.
Pop, pop, pop. Rock. Danny's easy. Danny wants to see the doctor's note.
You ladies are so mean.
Oh, we pick on you because we love you. Most of the time. Just teasing, just teasing.
I'm gonna cry now.
It'd be nice or I won't send you a birthday card next year.
Make sure you send it on the right date.
I sent it on your YouTube for your YouTube date.
That's the correct date.
Bless you.
Sorry, I'm just driving the car, so I'm only sort of half paying attention to you ladies. So If you want me to answer something, you'll have to like, hey, throw something at me.
Danny says, LOL, but we love you, Steve.
Okay.
Carnival Cruise Addicts says, hi, Steve, be careful.
But be careful on the road, or be careful of what these ladies are going to do to me.
Well, probably both.
Mm.
Sharon says, hi, Steve.
Hello.
Bee's over there, too. Over there. She's kind of over here.
To make your costume, all you do is take a pop rock bag, you know, or thing off the internet, print it off, you know, and put it on a paper bag.
Yeah.
Put it over your head. You got a costume.
But I'll suffocate.
No, you're gonna cut a head. You're gonna cut the whole out of your back.
Okay.
You remember back in the I think it's 80s when they used to see these people sitting outside advertising. They would have a thing over their body, you know. Over their head.
Almost like a raincoat. Yeah.
Yeah, and
poncho raincoat.
There'll be the square looked like a box almost, and they would just have it over their head.
Oh.
In the U.S., they'd have a rope holding it over there. Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen something like that or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd be out in front of a store, and it would have the store name on it, but they would have it over their head instead of holding up a sign. It'd be weird.
Oh, okay. I kind of know what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you could do with the Pop Rocks. Make you one of those kind of things. I'm a bag of Pop Rocks.
Yeah. I should have like little bags of Pop Rocks that I throw out to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's saying they're going to bring Pop Rocks, just stick them all to a thing, and then you can just peel them off and throw them at people.
Yeah. Be careful. Here's a big rock. Kaboom.
Gonna blow. There we go.
I'll eat the ones from the what's it called? Buggies? Not Buggy Busters.
Busters?
No, Buggy. Busters. The Beaver.
The Beaver.
Yeah, the Beaver store.
Oh, you mean that big gas station that you guys are talking about?
Oh yeah, I'll eat those Pop Rocks because they're creamy with Pop Rocks in it. They're orange flavor and they're good.
Creamy Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Carnival Cruise Addicts is asking, Roxanne, how excited are you for your cruise?
I can't wait. I wish it was tomorrow.
So do the rest of us.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought of something. What happens if I fall off the boat with all these Pop Rocks? It's going to be like a big fireworks display.
The Disney fireworks display.
At least I'd be found because the ship would see me from a mile away. Oh, look, there he is.
It's going to be like bubbles in a bubble bath. You know, flip, 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 flip.
Very nice.
Can you imagine? I just wouldn't want those things going up. Never mind.
Plane leaves in 30 days from Minneapolis to Toronto.
Oy, oy, oy.
17 minutes to go. You smell good.
Huh? Sorry? Oh, I guess V left a message on the channel.
Yes, she did. I guess V's on voice restriction again.
That's gonna risk that.
Well, she was off for a while sick there. She's still not.
Oh, she got sick again.
Popping bubbles in the ocean. Sharks love that. Oh, that good shark bait. Hey, there he is. Get him.
I will be Jesus and will be walking on water very quickly. No, sir. No, ma'am. Not going to happen.
This would be like one of the cartoons or like Flintstones or whatever. When they get or whatever, they get up there. Or maybe.
Yeah, that's going to be me. I won't be Aquaman. I'll be more like the Roadrunner, except on water. Beep, beep, zoom.
7 days till Danny goes to Chicago. Cool. We saying hi to each other there. Well, I got a good week last week. One day I got my mug from Carnival Cruise Addicts, and a couple days later I got my cup from Kicking a Country.
Yay!
Kicking a Countries was mailed about the 4th of February. Yeah, and that's the strangest thing, Liz. Yours was packed in the box, in a bigger box with bubble wrap and tissue paper. Very well packed. No worries. I see where I can get a replacement lid off of Amazon. I'll do that. I have no problem with that. This one was in a flimsy box that has a display hole in the front. And it was in a plastic, almost like the Amazon bags. That's it. And it was fine. It was like, what? It's crazy. Customs must be having a heck of a time playing there with them or stomping on there or what. Yeah, B helped me find some lids on Amazon. No worries. I got out there. I can use it just as a mug until. I bet for the amount you pay for shipping, you should respect the packages a lot more. Yeah, and their big bro and soon-to-be sister-in-law are looking at more places tomorrow. Sunday near us, so I'll give more updates in the group. That'll be cool. Itch.
Oh.
Steve, you're supposed
That
to be
building,
driving
you can barely see it. Big tall one.
Please ask Steve to drive me somewhere. Drive you where? Crazy?
Sorry, what?
She wants dinner.
Please ask Steve to drive me somewhere.
Oh, well, where do you want V to go?
I don't know. She just says, please ask Steve to drive me somewhere. Driving you crazy?
Well, that she does every day.
She wants chicken for dinner. No, she'd rather have filet mignon. So you're going the wrong direction.
Do I look like I have the money to buy filet mignon? Oh, she doesn't want it either.
Oh.
Because nobody cooks.
What is that, like buffalo testicles or something?
No, it's just a cut of the beef.
A nice cut of steak. But it was like nobody cooks a steak right for V, so.
No, they don't.
I hate peanut butter. I gotta pick up the peanut butter thing, and I got peanut butter right in my hand. I hopefully have filet mignon on the cruise again.
You ladies behave. We're passing the police station and the courthouse and the jail.
Everybody got their seatbelts on? Windows up? Hands inside the car?
Dang it. He just tried to choke me.
Not from the police station. They probably have cameras.
Wow, so many new buildings around. We haven't gone down this road in a while. Holy moly. So many more apartments up here.
Here. No, I can move that chair over and use it for a footstool. Behave? What's that? That's for sure.
Whoa.
Yes, those cups will get some good use on the cruise.
I got my coffee mug before I went off. Well, when I came back from my cousin Donna's house, it was sitting on the
Name
porch.
him a restaurant. Well, you want A&W? Well, what other ones do you like?
Tom Hortons?
Hit a bump. Oh, no.
Actually, Red Lobster isn't far from here. You never like to go there.
Carnival Cruise out to CB.
Go to Mickey D's. Every country has it.
You hit a bump. Oh, Danny says, "Oh, no wonder my butt hurts."
I don't mind Mickey D's every now and then, but yeah.
I can't
like
eat it. That was a running joke at
lazy
our house.
food.
You want to go out to eat? He'd say, "Let's go to McDonald's." No, thank you. That was our first date.
I'll take McDonald's over Taco Bell or KFC.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Taco Bell, I'm not too bad with. It's kind of
Not with 10%.
but yeah, KFC.
Taco Bell meat is only 10% ground beef. What's the rest of it?
Do you really want to know?
No.
Well, neither do I.
If you really want to know what's in the hot dog?
He came home one day and I was down there and he said, "Mom, I read the ingredients list." She said, "What? What are you talking about?" He said, "Oh, it's only 10% ground beef in it." She said, "Well, don't tell me the rest of it." And he walked off.
Renee says she's feeling Italian. Sausage, meatballs, and spaghetti with garlic toasty breads. Haven't had it forever.
I think we're going to Red Lobster.
Carnival Cruise Addicts. I love Taco Bell, but don't eat meat. That's right.
I think that might be the only meat place that vegans can actually go to because I don't think it's actual meat.
But Taco Bell, you could get the fries with all the.
It's not open.
See, that's how often I go to Taco Bell. I usually get soft tacos, a few of those, and the cinnamon twists. Ooh, Swiss Chalet. I don't mind Swiss Chalet. I haven't been there in a while.
That's pretty good.
I like their ribs. I like Swiss Chalet's ribs more than their chicken, though.
Yeah.
Vegan bacon.
Actually, their chicken isn't too well. Shoot, yeah, I like the chicken and the ribs, to be honest. At Swiss Chalet.
Danny says she might have a bruise on her butt from that bump Steve hit. There she is. We made vegan halal bacon today. It was delish. Have a great night, y'all. Good to see you in here, Chris and Liz. And Cruising Scene, did you see Liz's message up there? Cruising Scene? Okay, come on, click.
Hello.
Mouse has got a mind of its own.
Wow.
So, are we at Red Lobster?
Yeah.
Hey, V, did you like that cruising lady I showed you last night on her honeymoon? Yeah, I fell in love with that channel. But 7 bags of clothes? I mean, suitcases?
That's crazy. Seven luggages. Hey, Georgianne.
She carried her hair dryer. She carried her own hair dryer. And knowing that the ship already had a hair dryer.
For 60 days of cruising. Well, some people say that the ones in there don't, especially if they got fancy hair or whatever, they don't. They like the diffuser, they like this or that, but it's like, yeah, if they say no. Go to the salon, yeah. You can get a blowout for, I don't know what I looked at. It was kind of ridiculous, but it's like, that's okay. I'll have a shower and blow dry my own hair or whatever, stuff my own hair.
I don't use a hair dryer. Well, I have a new one that I bought that's a brush hair dryer. And because my other hair dryer stopped working, but in my bathroom, there's no really way to plug it in. So I don't want to stand in the middle of the living room or the kitchen to blow dry my hair. So I just let it naturally dry.
About 6 minutes.
6 minutes, and then you got 2 minutes for them to cool off and have your taste tester.
Dog treats. peanut butter and pumpkin, and I used rice flour in them because Callie's not good on the grains, so I had a bag of rice flour. I almost held out my gluten-free flour because I was like, I don't know if I got enough rice flour, but I did have enough. And then it's a little bit of cinnamon, a couple eggs. Oh, geez, B, I didn't know you were in the car. I thought C was picking you up. Usually it's B picking Steve up. She had to go to the dentist. To get your Invisalign straightened out. Go eat. Enjoy your dinner. I made a pizza bowl. That was my dinner, but I got the feeling I'll be eating something else later.
I had asparagus soup with ham.
Ooh.
Well, you enjoy your dinner. We'll chat with you later. I can really smell the cinnamon. Yeah, V was in the car. She reached over and did a. I'm trying to reach over to Roxanne's thing here. She reached over and gave a thumbs up a couple times. I keep listening in. We'll keep it going for a little bit until get these out and get them cooled off. So the dog, we'll call his name, dog can try them.
But about the lady that's on that cruise, she's on a 60-day cruise. And I said, I would love to take a cruise that's longer, or the places you get off at, you have like 2 days so you can get off and go actually do something. Because on her thing, she ends up going to Disney World in Hong Kong. I think it was Hong Kong.
Cool.
To Hong Kong? Disney. I didn't know there was a Disney World there.
I've checked in off and on a couple that are on. They're on the 9-month world cruise or whatever. I've watched a little bit here and there, but they've really I forget how many people are on it, but they really become like a family.
Yeah.
They made connections with people and.
Yeah. They get married on the next video that I'm going to watch after a while.
That would be interesting to get married on a cruise. I've known one couple that's done it so far. I know a couple that's renewed their vows. They were just here a moment ago on a cruise. And I know another couple that are getting married on an Alaska cruise.
Yeah, they planned it. They've been planning that trip for 2 years, she said. So.
I don't need the wedding. I just want the cruise. And we have how many days? Let's see. Are we less than 190 yet? Nope, 192.
Wow.
192, 17 hours, 41 minutes. I was looking at pictures I had taken from 1 minute ago. Yes. Embarkation Nation is getting married on the Alaska cruise.
One of the places I went was New Zealand. And they went to the place where they made the Hobbit movies.
That's where I would want to go if I went to New Zealand.
The things they're doing is things that I would want to do. I mean, even though they did Disney, I'm not a big rider, but a lot of the rides are not bad rides. You know, they're more like virtual kind of things, or they're easy water rides, you know, through the places. And I said, I want to do some of the things they're doing. the one today, I forget where they were at, but they went shopping all day. And into
I don't do that.
went to 3 different areas and went shopping just so they could see the town without, but they collect pins and they're collecting postcards for their trip. But I said, you know what I would like to do is when I get my house wall finished, I want to get me one of those big not calendars, maps of the world. And it would be neat to get those pins and stick them in your map saying I was here with the name of, you buy one that says from Canada. Oh, those look good. Those look good. Golly.
Let them cool off first. They're too hot.
But they collect pins. I don't know if they put them on a pin board or she just puts them in a drawer. But I think a map with pins on it of each location you went to, I think that would be a neat kind of souvenir thing.
I have a world map. I can't a map of North America as well, but they're just on my wall and they're kind of a plasticized mats. I thought of getting some kind of stickers set right there. Right now I have some little post-it things kind of pointing to where I know some people are from, but I got the maps because I want to be able to, look at the map and you say, okay, you're from this area in Georgia, and I can look, okay, that's where that area is, or, Sean and Lana from Melbourne, Australia. Okay, whereabouts is that in Australia? Australia is a big continent there.
Oh, I like the idea of a magnet. Yeah, put it on a magnet, and you can buy the magnet. But sometimes magnets are real big. So something small, maybe it'll. Yeah, it's like putting pins on a map, but you put I've seen some of the maps people would put like what do you call them? The push pins for sewing. They would mark where you've been to places and it says you're here, and then you go into their gift shop and you can add a pin to where they sell magnet pins. And souvenir shops, I wonder. That would be cool. Something that wouldn't tear it up, but I like the idea of sticking something from each country you've been to. And something that I used to love to collect salt and pepper shakers. We'd go on a trip. I had to have another one from Florida or another one from South Carolina, North Carolina. But those take up a lot of room. So I understand why people collect pins if they pinning them up on a pin board.
I had a collection of pins for the longest time when I was involved in scouting because I would go to jamborees and I would take some with me from where I was from and I'd collect from other people. Those have ended up in like a little tackle boxes. One of these old boxes they can sort beads or stuff into. Little craft boxes.
Yeah.
One of those. And then when I went to Cuba, I got a magnet from there, and then when we were on the cruise, I got magnets. I got one from Carnival, and I got of the Carnival Horizon. Then I got magnets at each port, which I have them on one of the whiteboards from the dollar store that's on the shelf behind me. But I'll probably have to sometime, depending on how many I collect, get a bigger whiteboard or whatever. I collect stickers. I have stickers from my channel, so I finally. So when I go to meetups now, I can hand out stickers. I've collected stickers from a few times I've gone to M22 and M23, so I've got stickers from channels that were there. And then I've had some people send me stickers.
Yeah, when I went to Twitch last year, they gave out stickers. Some of the pins for some of the companies. And one of them had Las Vegas written on it, so that would be cute. I could get me a map and start sticking the pins on.
In 13 months, this Mike's 24-hour live. Thank you for being a part of that.
Christmas tree ornaments. Yeah, the lady who carried, she got a couple Christmas tree ornaments.
I've seen Mike posting stuff on Facebook or sharing stuff on Facebook, but it's been a while since I've seen him in a chat or anything. Come on. Sharon and Sean was trying to get me. Oh, yeah. Sean was trying to convince Danny she should tell her brother to get married on the cruise.
That way Danny can be on a cruise. Yes.
Latest is collecting so that would be cool too. But I have more ornaments than I even put on the tree at the moment. So they turned out pretty good. They're still a little warm for me to give him yet. But I got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 26.
I collect magnets.
28.
But magnets will be too big on a map.
36, 38, 40, 42. 44.
Now you can collect, it's called magnets, and they go together. Like you collect Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, and each state used to sell them, and you put them together, and it ends up being the United States.
I've seen those. I don't know whether they're magnets or they're stickers on some RVs. People do that when they've traveled around, but
yeah, I've seen RVs with stickers that would say Ohio, Tennessee, New York, wherever they've been.
I also was given a map one year, not this past year, I think it was the year before, from my daughter-in-law. And you know, you get those things and you scratch off to reveal the picture or whatever.
Yeah.
This map is like it's a world map, and you can scratch off each place as you go.
Now that would be neat.
Other than when you scratch off of like a little island like Cuba, Aruba, Bonaire. It's like
scratch off every place you've ever been. That would be neat.
Yeah. I've been to 8 out of 10 provinces in Canada. I've been to, I think, 11 states. And then I've been to Cuba, Aruba, Bonaire, Dominican Republic, and then I'll be able to scratch off Mexico and Texas in October. It's funny, like all the state, up until coming home from the last cruise, all the states I had been to were either along the Canadian border or along I-75 between Michigan and Florida.
Do you count the states that you just drove through as being there? Or do you have to count them as you got out of the car and actually did something?
Well, I figure if I drove through there and I spent numerous hours there, I was there. Previously, going to Manitoba, I actually landed, got off one plane, got on another plane, and flew off again within an hour. Next time, when we were driving across Canada, we drove through Manitoba. We actually stayed overnight in Manitoba at a Motel 6.
Yeah.
Come on, find one of these is cooled off. Because he already burnt his tongue this week. I was not happy about that.
He got into something he wasn't supposed to that was yours.
No.
No?
No. Kelly likes coffee. And normally my son will dunk his finger in his coffee and let Callie lick it. His girlfriend let the dog take a drink out of her coffee cup, which she had just poured before she went in and sat down. And he just kind of went, hey, Callie, want a treat? Want a treat? Come here. Come here. Want a treat? Let everybody see you. Let's see the taste tester. It's not hot. It's not even. It's barely warm. I'm gonna get it. You dropped it. Oh, got it. Crunch, 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 crunch. Is that pretty good?
I might have to make Candy some treats.
You have to chew those more than those freeze-dried dog treats that you got. You go chomping, those ones are gone. He actually has to crunch this up like he does like a milk bone. Let's try to find one that's not too warm for you. Okay, one more. That's it. Crunch, crunch. Pretty good, aren't they? You're drooling all over the floor.
Yeah, I was looking at dog treats yesterday, and I bought one that first ingredient was had a meat in it. But if you don't look at your ingredients on dog treats, and they say it's bacon, there's no bacon in it at all. No pork in it at all. So, got to be careful if you don't want your dogs to have just junk.
I think you still got food in your dish. You don't need more treats. I like these ones. They didn't turn out like the other ones I had made were a little bit thicker than that before. But, yep, they're still too hot. Those ones are too hot. They were lost. Go lay down. Go lay down. Maybe later. Go lay down. Go get a drink then. You sit there and stare at me. No, you're not getting any more treats. No, I just turned that off. No, I didn't. So why am I still warm?
My husband thought giving a treat was for like a meal. You don't give them one, he'd give them 3 or 4, and I'm going, they don't need that many treats.
No, they don't. I'm gonna put it. They cool off enough. I can put them away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Otherwise, you're gonna sit there and look at me.
I mean, Candy's lost about 7 or 8 pounds since her daddy died. Because I don't sit there and give her. I give her one treat, whether it be a little square one that I buy or the long one that I buy. She gets one. And she really likes sweet potatoes, dehydrated sweet potatoes with a piece of chicken wrapped around it. Dehydrated chicken.
Making of that crumb. I'm gonna put them in here and I'm gonna hide them. There, other side of the vine, all gone. All gone. All gone. Unless you want this crumbs, you want to lick those up off the floor. You got food in your dish still. And water. Well, I guess the taste tester said they passed inspection. I did get some shot glasses on the cruise too. I think I got 3 or 4. I think I gave one to my oldest along with a magnet. magnet was from Aruba. It was like a lizard or something. I think I have 3. I gave these guys a shot glass and.
See, I don't collect shot glasses. They're just.
Well, there are a bunch in there. There are a bunch in there they don't drink, and then she was giving me attitude. So the one day I went, "Screw it, you guys don't deserve it," and I put it upstairs with my other ones.
Now, some people use shot glasses to set their toothpicks in.
Mine are sitting on the shelf. I have one's from Aruba. I have one from Amber Cove up there. She's like, "Mom, but I still smell." I put them away in the cupboard for now. I just threw them in that container because I used to keep his treats in that, but the lid got broken, so I'll have to cover it with something else. I don't know. I also got. I kind of collect T-shirts too. When I travel,
I like T-shirts when I go off. I buy, like I bought one from the Diamond Mine, and I bought one from the Pyramid. So I do buy T-shirts because that's something I can wear and use.
Like I have one from Canada's Wonderland. I have one from the aquarium when we took Kenny down. I don't get a T-shirt everywhere I go, but here and there. I got one from Lake of Dreams Campground when I went to M23 last year because they were a very good price and they were really, really soft materials. So I think I've worn it on live before. I've got, when I went to Cuba, I got a T-shirt on the last day. I think I paid 17 pesos for it. But it had dolphin on it, and it's like I had been looking for something with a dolphin because I had gone to the dolphinarium. Well, I had a dolphin experience. I should get a dolphin T-shirt. Took me forever to find one. Found one in the hotel or the resort gift store rather than at the market. And then on the cruise, I got 2 or 3 before I even got to a port. That's Lobster Fest. Yum. Enjoy. I'm not a lobster fan.
I'm not either.
We had, it was like first sea day they had, or something, first or second sea day they had the sale on 2 T-shirts for $25. The ones it was like to keep calm and cruise on or something like that, and I forget, the islands are calling or something. and then I got a Carnival Horizon T-shirt, and then I got a T-shirt in Aruba, a T-shirt in Bonaire, and the one T-shirt I paid like $6 for. The other one I think I paid 10 or something, and then I got to the Dominican and they wanted $20 and $30 for a T-shirt, and it's like, yeah, no, I don't want to spend that much on a T-shirt when I got other ones kind of cheaper in Aruba and Bonaire. And then the last, I think, sea day, they had T-shirts on sale again outside the one shop for the 2 for $25, and I found 2 Carnival T-shirts, one that said Amber Cove and one that said La Romana. So I covered the 2 ports that I had been in, and I spent $25 for 2.
Aruba, Bahamas, come on, spoiled mama.
Haven't been to the Bahamas yet.
Bahamas, come on, pretty
I haven't
mama.
been to Jamaica yet either.
I've not been there either, so I'll get there one day.
There's plans, dreams, goals set for the future. I got a long range plan there. Things I want to do, but first of all is this cruise, and then next will be Cuba to get back there, and then after that will be another cruise at some point. And then hopefully 2028, Alaska cruise for my 65th birthday. But those are long range plans.
Right.
As long as I plans dreams, hopefully to make them come true.
Yeah. I eventually want to take a cruise, some of those cruises like that you're at the port for like a day and a half or two. That way you have a longer time to go see something. You don't have to rush back. The ship's gonna be there overnight. If you decide you wanted to go get a hotel to stay in town, and not on the cruise ship. I want to see more of the world. Sleep some, try some different foods within reason.
That's one thing I did on the cruise last time, and I'm going to hopefully do that again. Just try some new foods.
Right.
It's a good opportunity.
Well, one of my friends told me I need to try escargot, and I told him, no, thank you. That's one thing I will not try.
I've tried escargot before. My cousin and her first husband made it. Went to visit with a friend of mine, and I went to visit, and they made escargot. Now, where did that come from? Must have fallen down on my hoodie. Good thing you didn't hear it. I tried the first escargot. It was all right. It was still hot and buttery and garlicky, and it went down real quick. The second one, by the time I got the second one, it had cooled off, and it was chewy and rubbery, and I was like, nope, no thanks. And then we had butterfly leg of lamb that he had done on the barbecue, and we had broccoli, and I forget what else. That was really good.
Hey, Ringo.
Hey, Ringo Azar. Welcome. It's getting cool now that the oven's turned off.
Well, there was a show, I don't know if it's on the Travel Channel or the Food Network, but they were in the Rocky Mountains, and they had Rocky Mountain oysters. Do you know what those are?
I know what Rocky Mountain oysters are. No, thank you.
And the guy said, well, it just tastes like beef. It just comes from the underneath. So I don't know.
No. I had on the cruise, I had a pulled wild boar slider. I had crab cakes because I hadn't had crab since I was a kid. So I was like, I'm not a fan of lobster and that, so I'll try the crab. And they were okay. I had alligator beignets.
No, I don't want alligator. I tried it once, and once was enough.
And Michigan pasties. Those were pretty good. I seen a lady make them on her channel. She had great big ones. The ones I had were not much bigger than this, but they were good. But they have like a dough on the outside, so it's like, no, I'm thinking watching out for gluten, watching out for carbs. I'm not going to go hog wild on keto on the cruise. I am going to enjoy myself, but I will be conscious of some things. But I'm not going to go. Not going on the cruise and not having the caramel melting cake or having the odd soft serve or definitely gonna have beef or steak because I had that every opportunity I could. Because I had beef tenderloin, I had prime rib, I had a strip loin steak, and I had filet mignon.
I don't
Yeah.
like frog legs either. I don't
I
think.
ain't trying the frog legs. I didn't mind the gator beignets, but I'm not trying frog legs, even though they were on the menu on the last night, I think it was. But, I'll try something new off the menu, but I'm not going to eat things that I already know I don't like. But there's opportunities to try things. And there was, I will not try French onion soup again. My son made French onion soup. It wasn't bad. It wasn't my favorite, but I thought I've had tried it somewhere else. And then I tried it on the cruise, and when you get the French onion soup, there's no onions. Your cheese is on the top, but you're supposed to float your crusty bread thing there, and the cheese melts to it. Nope, the bread was all soggy mess on the bottom, and the cheese was just hanging on the top. It was just broth. There was no onions. I'm like, yeah.
I would go for it without the onions. I like the flavor, but they don't like me, so I stay away from cooked onions.
So it's like, yeah, I'm not trying that again. I had a baked potato and cheddar soup. It was good. And then I had a couple cold soups. One was a mango cream, and the other one was a peach and ginger. And they were good. Tried baked Alaska. I wasn't thrilled. Granted, their baked Alaska is a great big thing. They come out with flaming whatever, and they parade it through, and then you get cut a little. I got cut like a little slice that was like this wide, so you really don't get any of the cake or the meringue stuff on the outside, and just a blob of flat ice cream. I'm like, yeah, can I get a chocolate or a caramel melted cake now?
Yep, I would go for more of the chocolate cakes, the brownies. As long as there's no nuts in it, I'll be all right.
Well, then one part of the marketplace, I forget what I call it, sweet spot or something. I can't remember the exact words, but they'll have like 6 or 8 different cakes. You can go have a little slice of different ones. I went on Embarkation Day because everybody, all these videos I watched, they raved about the funfetti cheesecake. That's only available on Embarkation Day, and it's so good. And I got a piece of it. And I was like, yeah, doesn't turn me on. We'll pass. I think I got a turtle something cake that I like better. And then the only other piece of cake I had was, which day was it? You know what? We went to Bon Air. Then we come back, and I went to La Cucina for lunch. And then went back down, and I had a coconut lime cake.
Yeah.
Not a coconut nor lime flavor to it. So it's like, okay, I'm not having any more cake. Everything I've had pretty much, the turtle one was all right, but the others were pretty much disappointing. I had a praline one in the main dining room one day too, and it was, I should have known when it said sugar-free. There was no flavor to it either. I will stick to the caramel chocolate melting cake with a side of peanut butter because I know it tastes good.
There's a candy shop where my cousin lives, and we went in, and I got a piece of fudge and some of the candy because first timers that go in, do their little rating thing on the computer. They give you so much free fudge. Well, my cousin, I got regular chocolate, but she decided she'd get her some cheesecake fudge. It didn't taste anything like cheesecake. No cheesecake flavor. We didn't taste any cheese kind of. It was more or less just a piece of sweet white chocolate tasting fudge.
And white chocolate's not even chocolate.
Mm-mm.
It's the cocoa fats that cook or
Yeah.
on top.
It's a cocoa fat. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm only eating dark chocolate now when I want a treat. That's what I'm gonna get tomorrow. Is some more. My bad thing is right now has been those spicy pork rinds. The spice used to keep me from eating too many. Now it's not. So I want something to snack on, and it's like, these are 0 carbs, so I don't care. No, I need to package them into smaller things or something. This is, you can have this one today, and that's it.
Yeah, get your little small. In America, we sell the snack size Ziploc bags, and they're not about this big. They were popular for when kids were in school, so you wouldn't use the pint. It was about half the size of a pint bag.
Yep. I'm going to the $1 store tomorrow to see if they have snack size. I'll have to check out the other stores around over there, see if anybody has pork rinds. I know I can get them down here at No Frills for $2.29 a bag.
Right.
A lot because I bought these other, what was it, Frito-Lay brand ones, I think it was. I got them at the Shoppers Drug Mart, which is like Walgreens or CVS, one day, but I got them somewhere else not too long ago. And it says right on the bag, $2.99, and both places charge $3 something for it. And I'm like, it says right on the bag $2.99. Like, whatever. They were pretty good too. They're spicy. I'm not a fan of the plain ones, but.
Now I bought the plain ones and the barbecue ones because I went to one store and they were cheaper at the other store. And I said, well, I'll get another bag. All they had was a flaming hot, and I don't like hot, so I got a bag of the plain, and I came home, put it in my own Ziploc bag, and mixed them together. And so I kind of had a combination of both, and they weren't bad.
Although I wonder if I took something like the plain ones and then, you can get like the shaker things of the popcorn seasoning. Wonder what the carbs are on those popcorn seasonings.
I don't know if it would stick to it because what I did, they didn't really stick, but it did get some on it, but not. Because when I got down to the bottom, all you had was these little crummy things, that. So.
Either that, or we have to find a good low carb dip and then just get the plain ones and dip them, or some hummus or something.
Now I don't know if you've ever done this. I watch in one of the Crazy Pieces girls. She takes lime and squirts on her Cheetos and stuff.
Or flaming hot Cheetos, Ariana. No, thank you.
Yeah. I said, oh, well, I guess you could squirt. They have lime. I saw in the story yesterday, the lime ones, and I said, I don't know if I'd want. They might be okay, but I didn't want. Not at the price they wanted at that store. I said, I'll wait and go back and get the barbecue or the plain from the Aldi's and Lidl's.
She got the flaming hot Cheetos. She'll put lime or lemon juice on it and hot sauce. And I was like, I don't want something. Yes, B, I did get that recipe from you. I don't want to put stuff on a Cheeto or cheesies and make them soggy. No, but I think I put in a bag like if I've done walking tacos in with Doritos. I don't mind that, or the people that do the Frito pie thing with the chili and the Fritos.
That's okay, something like that, because it's almost like what do you call like the tortilla chips and stuff. Yeah.
But right now, I can't have the corn stuff, can't have the potato chips, so it's like trying to figure out what to do with the pork rinds.
You can't have the beans, so unless you had chili without beans.
No, I like beans in my chili. I actually I had 2 things of chili. I don't know, a couple 3 weeks into the keto.
Yeah.
Because it was down to, it was like, I gotta wait till the end of the month to get groceries. Okay, well, we got left here that, and the one day I just said, screw it, I had 2, the same kind of size of container that I had the pumpkin in. I had 2 of those containers in the freezer that had chili that I had put aside for myself a month or 2 before that. And it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna have chili. Heck with it.
Yeah.
I kind of did a rough calculation, you know, looking at the beans and how much, and because mine have meat, tomatoes, and then they have some of the like pork and beans and the kidney beans. That's the way I like it. I have some stuff to make more, but it's like, I'm not making a pot of chili. Although I should. Try to scoop up more of the tomato and meat, and then leave them the beans. Well, I throw mushrooms in. I throw one can of mushrooms in with my chili in a big pot.
Mushrooms and chili?
Yeah, my mom did. And my youngest and I like mushrooms, and the rest of the family, and my adopted son, like mushrooms. My oldest, his wife, and the girlfriend here don't like mushrooms. It's like, too bad, pick them out. I cook stuff with mushrooms in it, pick it out. The only person I made an exception for was my oldest did date a girl that was allergic to mushrooms. So then when I made stuff when she was coming over to eat, I didn't put mushrooms in, but.
I don't eat mushrooms, but I would pick them out. Or if they're small enough that you don't know they're there, it doesn't bother me.
Or like B would say, dehydrate them, puree them into a powder, and you can put them in for your seasoning, and you don't know there's mushrooms in there.
Yeah.
You told me that.
The new thing now is to buy the coffee with the mushrooms in it. I have no idea what it does for you, but everybody's on this mushroom kick.
I don't drink coffee, so
I don't drink coffee either, but everybody's on the mushroom kick. I know it's good for you. One of the ladies in our market that I've known for a long, long time, she when she makes her tea, she goes out to the forest and her woods and everything and gets the things she knows what to get to make the homemade teas, and it sells out when she makes it. But she started making more of the mushrooms in it. Why do you want tea or coffee with mushroom flavoring? I don't know, but that's...
No thanks. I drink tea sometimes, once in a blue moon, but mushrooms in with tea or mushrooms in with coffee, I don't.
I know they say it's good benefits for you, and I'm saying, okay.
I'm still kind of peckish because I only had that small pizza bowl for dinner.
And I've heard of people who, when they boil like you're boiling a vegetable and you don't want all that water, instead of throwing the water down the sink, they'll save that water and they will make coffee or tea with it to get the vitamins. I'm going, no, thank you. I saw that on something. But the lady reused her water to...
What we do here sometimes is when we're cutting vegetables or whatever, or peeling vegetables up, we throw all the scraps in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the freezer, and then my son will use that to make vegetable stock.
Yeah, I've done that.
Or bones to make... Which? Put chicken in there or get turkey in there? I don't know. It's been the point that's been there for months. It may get tossed for make more room in the freezer. Although I was going to get a newer to me freezer in probably July, because my cousin will be home from none of it, and she's cleaning out her storage locker here. She goes, "Do you need a freezer?"
Sure.
Got a small one, but I'll talk to my son. He goes, "Yeah, get it." So it's about almost twice the size of that one. I hope he doesn't think if I get it from her that he's going to have it. Heck no, you move out, you can take the little one with you. Not, I get a bigger freezer, not having it. It would be nice to be able to.
I have a big freezer that's outside. I don't even use it because about 6 months after James died, I went outside and my storeroom was stuck to high heaven. Well, somehow or another, the freezer got unplugged and I lost everything in the freezer. But I got to looking at the food in there. 2017, 2018, I said, you don't think you have frozen meats and vegetables or whatever you put in there? So I just said I stopped using it and I just use my refrigerator freezer. Now, if I decide to bring my washer in the house, I might bring that freezer in the house. And that way I could store the ice in my ice machine and have a place for something like that. But for just one or two people, I don't know why, Well, when we were all three at home, we needed a big freezer. We had every kid in the neighborhood come into our house for popsicles and push-ups and things, and we'd buy, they knew the house that had the goodies.
We had a lot of stuff in there is just vegetables and things like that. There were, when I was going to the mobile market last summer, if I was getting ahead, it was like, oh, more peppers or cabbage or whatever. And you don't want to say no because you might decide that week you're going to use a lot of that. It was like, okay, if I got some that needs to be cut up, I cut it up, and like there's celery, there's some peppers and stuff like that in there too that it's cut up in small bags, and I can just take that, throw that in with the sauce.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bags of stuff like that in there, except in the basket. Then that's got my stuff that I bought recently. And there's still lots of pumpkin in there. There's cabbage. And there's a couple bags of bones that need to be tossed because I'm sitting there long enough and you haven't made stock, so probably time that they went.
Yeah, that's why I stopped overbuying. Because I said, one day they had all this something marked down, and I said, I've already got 2 or 3 at home. Why do I need another one? You have to resist, because it will be probably in there next year at the same time.
My parents had one of those big deep freezers, probably at least 6 feet long by 4 feet deep, or wide by probably 4 feet, 4 feet deep. But my parents, they would go together with another family member and they would get a side of beef or whatever from the butcher and get it made up the way she wanted. She wanted so many roasts, and this done up in steaks, and this done up in dressed up in ground beef or whatever like that. So like once every year or so, then we're getting another half a cow or whatever, and maybe somebody would share whatever for a pig or something, or she'd do baking or something. But then they went down to a smaller one, a little bit bigger than the one I'm getting, and then.
Was it the Crazy Middles? They used to go get a half a cow. But that half a cow lasted them like 4 months because of all the kids they have.
Well, it was just me, my mom and dad, so half a cow or a quarter of a cow would last a good long time. But That's pretty expensive now.
Yeah.
I see a couple of one of our butchers, and there's another meat place. I've seen the advertisements come across their Facebook things, and they have this small deal you can get, and then they got this other one, which I like the size of the other deal of all these different meats and things. This many pounds of this many pounds of that, but you look at it and they want like $300. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Meat's expensive. Unless you're lucky to get the markdowns before everybody else does.
I was like, I got every so often I'll go over and over there and I'll catch something that's been marked down 30% and it still looks decent. Like it, I'm a little picky if the meat's off colored and it's marked down. It's like, yeah, no. If it's kind of gray, no, thank you.
All it means is there's been a hole that it's gotten oxidized in the air. But I still don't like it when it's that color.
I had got it was like ground beef or something like that. And I really did notice that it was off color, but it smelled like it had been like almost like freezer burnt or something like that. It was just had a weird smell to it. I was like, yeah, no. I'm not taking that again. It better look decent, smell decent. Otherwise, no. But I would like to be able to stock up on some things. I did a little bit the last week or so. I went over and, to get some more pork rinds, and I ended up picking up another thing of ground beef, or found a package of 3 pork chops for $4 something. It's like, okay, I'll get that. A thing of pepperoni. So I got some options there to get me through probably another couple weeks. Still got eggs. Still got cheese. I should probably have a salad afterwards. Because I got some lettuce in there. There's some lettuce that needs to be used up. I can do my strawberry spinach salad. I don't know. I've done 29 carbs today. One of that's going to be 10. Still 39. Still under. We got about 5 minutes, and then we're going to call it a night. We'll be back next week to play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Sounds like winter to me. But I'll be the last one to come in.
I went through, it was like 100 and something questions. I think I usually only put like 20, 25 questions down because it was time to chat with the chat, people in the chat and that. I kind of went all over the place. Some ones that people should know, and then some other ones that might be a little bit more challenging. And then the next week, brush up on your Aussie lingo because it's Anzac Day. Maybe you'll have to look up what Anzac is. ANZAC. That would be Anzac Day. ANZAC. It's a day. It's a memorable day in Australia, New Zealand, kind of thing.
The day they let the prisoners go.
I'm not saying what it is. People are going to have to. It might be a question. I don't know.
I don't know, but you can have a good day, mate.
And brush up on your Aussie lingo because there's some terms that I didn't even know. So.
One of the things, it might be a question, but one of the things that the couple that's on their honeymoon, when they went to New Zealand to see the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit area, they told why they call them Kiwis. Why a lot of the New Zealanders are called Kiwis?
Never know. You'll have to wait and see.
I know that answer.
I don't remember all of them, but I know there's quite a few. I got 2 envelopes up there. One's got a bunch of questions for who's smarter than a 5th grader, and I got another one for the Aussie lingo thing. So I have to wait and see. I know both of those are ready to go, and then we'll be back. Then that'll be May,
Right.
and we'll be back to countdown to cruising, and I can't remember which one that is. I know there's one that's entertainment. I know there's one that's, what is the other one? I should change that one. Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking the other one is, I think, what to wear on a cruise. But maybe I should turn it around to that other show, What Not to Wear. That would be an interesting twist.
Yeah.
I have to write that down. I used to love that show, What Not to Wear, with the guy. Oh, what's his name? Now it's going to bug me. What Not to Wear.
What not to wear on what? The cruise?
2003 -point reality -point 12 seasons that first aired in
Clinton
2003 and stars Stacey London, Clinton Kelly, Nick Arrojo.
Clinton Kelly, that's what I remember. That was a good because I've really seen some things on the horizon that were things that you should not wear on a cruise. That's really good.
Like is it like some of those videos you see what not to wear in Walmart?
Might be. I am going to change. Gotta find my little thing.
Yeah.
Not sure which week that is, but what not to wear. Yeah. I'll have to find some good pictures. Hopefully V will be available that night because she could describe some things that she's seen. Things that what not to wear on a cruise.
Not just bungee smugglers. Speedos.
Ladies don't wear bungee smugglers.
Oh, I've seen some bathing suit on the bikinis bottoms that like where's the material?
Anyways, folks, we hit the 2-hour mark and my stuff's done except for cleanup, which I'll do in a bit. I'm going to call it a night. Great to see y'all. Come on back next week for are you smarter than a 5th grader? Check out how smart you are. Maybe pop up in between. I don't know. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for being up with me, Roxanne. And thanks for popping in, V and Steve. We'll talk to you later. Bye now, folks.